new to this project, is a 20 million euro project, which is supporting Ukrainian startups to integrate into the EU. To date, over 300 beneficiaries have been awarded funding of over 8 million euro, within a total of 12 million euro of funding available. There are 20 different partners involved in the project, 2 of which are helping out on today's session, Access BIC and PNP. But Seeds of Bravery isn't just about funding. Investing in such groundbreaking projects drives economic growth, generates employment opportunities, and enhances overall quality of life. Seeds of Bravery remains committed to strengthening the Ukrainian startup ecosystem. The consortium offers participation in many non-financial support programs to support our startups. These include angel investing, matchmaking, go-to-market strategy, female entrepreneurship, investor literacy programs, and many other programs that we have run throughout the last 2 years. And that's basically what I've mentioned in there. So for today's Seeds of Bravery demo day, we have Plug and Play, represented by Maria Zimis, who will be looking after all the tech for today's event. And myself, I'm from Access BIC. We are located in Ireland, and we are one of the partners on Seeds of Bravery. I'm delighted today to be joined by 3 investors who will help us with the questions and evaluating the startups as they pitch. Teresa Chambers, a very good friend of Access BIC, is an angel investor with the Boole Investment Syndicate, where she has supported startups and scale-ups for the past decade. She is the founder and principal of Inshira Executive Search, a boutique firm dedicated to helping organizations source and secure senior talent. You're very welcome to join us, Teresa. We are also joined by Declan Fox, serial entrepreneur, technologist, digital marketeer, and business coach. He co-founded Communitel Technologies in 1999, grew the company from startup, raising 30 million from leading institution investors, and was acquired by IBM in 2007. Declan is actively involved with several high-achieving early startup technology companies, assisting them to scale internationally. Declan, you're very welcome. We are also delighted to be joined by Matteo Nicoli, who is an early-stage investor with Plug and Play. He is currently in ventures and investments in Plug and Play. He was also a VC advisor for Google Startups, and he is a strategy lead coach with the EU Agency for Space Programme. You're all very welcome and delighted that you're able to participate today to ask a few questions of our startups. Now, we have a very packed agenda with lots of great startups who are going to pitch. So I won't go through all the details. I'll be introducing them as we go. So we are delighted this afternoon, my apologies, to firstly welcome Anna Putka from Minds iTrack, who will get our demo day started. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And Anna, I invite you to share yours and share your pitch deck. Maria will look after the timing for each of the pitches. We will have 3-minute pitches followed by 5 minutes of questions. During those 5 minutes, Maria will also launch a Zoom poll after each pitch to ask you if you'd like more information on the startup or like to be connected with the startup. And that will happen after this event. This event, as you've seen, is being recorded so that we can help these startups get more visibility through our YouTube channels with Seeds of Bravery. Don't worry, Anna, I didn't eat into your time. Your time won't start till you start talking. So listen, Anna, I'm delighted to welcome you to start, and I give you the floor.
Thank you. Hope you can hear me. Hello, yeah, I'm Anna, founder. Okay, so time goes. Okay, hello, I'm Anna, founder of Minds iTrack. We provide eye tracking solutions for healthcare, firstly to diagnose children's development. Oh, it doesn't. Autism and attention deficit hyperactivity disorder is extremely common, and nowadays it is diagnosed more than 3 years late from initial concerns because diagnostic is completely doctor-dependent. Delay in diagnostics leads to delay in interventions and dramatic consequences for future lives of the children. There is an urgent need for an objective symptoms measure that can work along with or even before doctors' diagnostics. Eye tracking recording is scientifically proven to provide the necessary diagnostic information. For example, just one feature diagnoses autism or correlates with dosage of first-line ADHD medication. So we propose to run short, less than 15 minutes, passive tests with children and their caregivers in restricted environments, in which we'll collect eye tracking recordings and provide guidance about possible interventions years earlier than it is nowadays possible. We are pro-revenue, validating our solution, but our planned business model is subscription-based. To governments, businesses, even so small like private practitioners in child psychology, will provide equipment from our suppliers and access to our online platform where they can run and analyze the tests, while children caregivers would pay per test. Market of eye tracking in healthcare is expected to grow to 5 to 8 billion by 2030, and overall, just in the Nordics, diagnosing neurodivergency is extremely expensive. So we aim to target the Nordics market first, and also the Eastern European market, particularly Ukraine, where the conditions are underdiagnosed. Our competition is diverse. It is the current approach, which is like a mindset to be changed, but there are also big producers of eye tracking equipment looking into healthcare, but they do not have ready-made solutions. And there are also automated tests nowadays, but they are very narrowly indicated and they check just one or two symptoms. So we are the only solution which provides symptom-wise diagnostics with the widest accessibility. Our traction so far is based mostly on joining competitive accelerators and pitching prizes. We are fundraising primarily to get regulation as a medical device in 27-28. We look in both public and private investments, and we expect returns as soon as sales could start. Our team found it was based in University of Helsinki. We have engineering, medical, business background. Our board chair, Anna, has built a digital healthcare startup herself before. We also have specialists in cloud architecture, in patient data privacy, and we are looking to grow our team. That is the second reason why we are fundraising. So thank you, and please connect with me if you're interested.
Thank you, Anna. Very much on time and well done. I know you had a lot to cover in that time. I invite our three judges. Jacqueline, I see you've unmuted yourself. So whoever would like to get started with questions. Oh, Matteo, I see you have your hand up. Please go ahead.
Happy to go second, no problem at all. Awesome.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, Matteo. Go ahead. Yeah.
So yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for the presentation, Anna. I had a question. Can you please elaborate a bit more on the let's say hardware component of your solution? So what's the split between the test, like the software part, like the scalable, let's say, and broadly adoptable part of your solution? What's the hardware component that comes with it?
Thank you for the question. So as I said, we provide hardware from suppliers, and this could be eye trackers, high resolution eye trackers, not any kind of them, or those could be actually just high resolution cameras, which could work together with our software. So we do not make hardware ourselves. We only provide software for it, and we also want to be in a way agnostic. But at the moment, we have one supplier of cameras with whom we work, and also the analysis can work on existing research-grade eye trackers.
Yep. Anyways, those have to be technical equipments. Cannot be normal cameras like cell phone cameras or.
No, unfortunately, at the moment, web cameras or mobile phone cameras, they have several restrictions which make video-based eye tracking impossible with the resolution that we require. But it may happen in the future that they will advance. They will, for example, install in mobile phones another camera that is that provides the necessary resolution and some other characteristics. We look into that. That's why we also focus on analysis software and also on data privacy, more like collecting those recordings and putting them to make large-scale validations, and not particularly on hardware.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hi, Anna. Teresa
Hi,
here. Thank you for your presentation. Really interesting area and very important area to address. My first question, Anna, would be around the diagnostics that you have here. Is this a full diagnostics, or is it indicating that some people will need the next step? So if you, in other words, yeah, is it a full diagnostics, and will that be accepted? Or will you need another medical intervention?
Well, this is not a full diagnostics because currently these conditions cannot be diagnosed without doctor's final solution. But this is additional diagnostic information. That is how, for example, FDA tests are cleared, like additional diagnostic information. But also, importantly, it is symptom-wise. So we want to measure specific eye tracking, eye movement-related symptoms and guide interventions, specific like perception training interventions, which could start even before a doctor gave the final diagnosis. And this is critical here, to start some interventions while diagnosis is possible, even not possible, for example, because a child is too young.
Okay,
so
thank you.
This is in between.
In between, thank you. And the markets you're focused on, Anna, I know you mentioned the Nordics. Are you focused on the Nordics initially? Is that going to be your initial market, or what is your marketing plan?
Well, the initial market is the Nordics because we know healthcare system the best, and because there it is possible to validate and install those devices in public places where they will be acceptable. So, where they will be, accessible. And Ukraine also for the same reason, because we understand the healthcare market here. Of course, we would like to target globally, especially US and bigger countries in Europe. But at the moment, at this stage, while we have no regulatory approvals right now, and while we only enter some first market, that would be the Nordics, because we understand the market.
Very good. And will there be regulatory approval for the product?
Yeah, as a medical device, sure. This is so in US we plan to clear it as additional diagnostic information. But we also look in the de novo scenario, because it could be like a risk scale, which provides much more diagnostic information. So it could be like a risk scale, which at the same time is useful for several indications, for autism, for ADHD, and some other developmental conditions. And in this way, this is a completely novel medical device.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Declan, we've run out of time. Do you have a very quick question, or are you okay? I have your question.
I'll take 30 seconds. I had a longer question, but I'll give you the short question, Anna. So well done. Tell me about your data set of how you compile your software algorithms. Where are you deriving all that data from?
So we need to. We need still to collect data. So I have research data from my own PhD, and it is mostly on how to analyze the eye tracking recording. But if we talk about specific numbers that could be used for diagnostics, we still need to collect the data, and really big data sets. And this is yeah.
I understand where you are. Thanks, Anna.
Thank you very much. Declan, we'll start with you the next time.
Perfect, thank you.
Anna, thank you very much. Maria has just launched the poll, so if you'd like to fill that in, and we will start then moving to our next pitch, which is from Pricer24, Ilya Saznovo. Are you online? I think you are, and if you want to turn on your camera.
No, ma'am. I think it's a small misunderstanding here, because it's me from Pricer24. I'm Lena Sibora, CMO of Pricer24, and here I am.
Okay, great, Lena. Delighted to have you. So, Lena, if you want to share your screen, we will get started with your pitch.
Yeah, of course. Just let me know if you can see it as a slideshow.
It's just loading now. It hasn't. Yeah.
Okay, great. So
that looks good. Okay.
Thank you.
Time is all yours, Lena.
Okay, thank you. So I'm Lena Sibora. I'm Chief Marketing Officer at Pricer24, and I'm going to explain you what we do here at Pricer24. So when you have an online shop, you have to change prices every day because your competitors do so. You want to know that your prices are not higher than your competitors, because otherwise people will not just buy from you. Unfortunately, it's not always possible to compete by prices because suppliers have very different conditions for different retailers. And sometimes you do not have any change to compete by prices, and you need to use other tactics like competing by wider assortment or maybe very special products. Online market is very tough, and working here is competing with all retailers that are selling online. And this is why daily in-depth market analytics becomes a big sore point of online retailers and a biggest probably market opportunity for the business growth. The trouble here is that a few specialists know how to do analytics, to be honest. On the market, we have a lot of companies that works with automating collecting data about pricing models and about assortment. But most of those products, they just collect data that needs to be processed additionally. So it's just data basically looking like Excel sheets. And other trouble with this data is that collecting it automatically leads to really bad quality. Most of our competitors collect only 80% of the real existing market information. That means that their clients cannot see 20% of the market. Pricer24 instead collects 98%, and it is proven in experiments, of accurate market data to clients in the form of insights, not Google or Excel sheets. So our team consists of very experienced e-commerce leaders and technical specialists working with data processing and business analysts that know how to bring insights to those e-commerce players. And that's why among our clients, we have top 3 e-commerce players in Ukraine. So 3 biggest online stores in Ukraine are already our clients. The technology behind this solution is pretty complicated, and that's why it's very difficult to replicate, which is also one of our competitive advantage on the market. The main value of Pricer24 here is that Pricer24 can be your universal analyst and can avoid typical human mistakes that can lead to margin loss and other difficult situations on the market. Basically, we speed up working with analytics to 2 minutes per day, not 6 hours as usually. Our solution combines the quality data and business insight together, and we need just 1 to 2 weeks to set up a new collaboration with the client, so we are very scalable here. And this is my final slide of how we grow in the number of information we process year to year. And that's it from my side. Thank you very much. I'm happy to answer to any of your questions.
Thank you very much, Lena. Now, over to our investors. Declan, do you want to get started?
Sure, Fionnuala, thanks. Hi, Lena. Yeah, very good presentation. Thanks for that. So you are live with a number of large clients in Ukraine, right?
Yes, we have a lot of clients. We have 83 clients right now.
Okay.
80 of them are in Ukraine.
Okay, and these clients, how easy is it for them to manipulate your system? Can they auto-generate reports and auto-generate primitives that they can search the data, or is it very bespoke that you have to get involved?
Usually it is not more complicated than Google Analytics. Of course, it requires small training. So we provide them with this training that usually takes 2 hours. And later on, they can use our very wide database of information. We have a FAQ and we have support that can help them to manipulate system. Usually we work in this way that we help them to set up those first report they work with later, but later on they can add new team members or anyone who will work with it, and they can configure the system inside. It's pretty intuitive.
Okay, so they can configure different primitives of data that they want to search on and build a report based on that without any involvement from yourself.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Teresa or Matteo, do you have any questions?
Hi, Lena. Teresa here. Thanks for that. Really interesting info. Just a short question on Price24. Is your information focused primarily on price? Is that the primary data you focus on?
Hi, Teresa. Thank you for your question. Yes, prices is the main sore point for online retailers because 98% of them compare by prices. So we collect data on prices, on availability status, but this data allows us to make stronger and more difficult, let's say, complicated reports, like which top products my competitors sell on their websites, which places on their digital shelves does product have. So in the end, we have a very big image of the market, and our clients can see the direction of their work with suppliers for the next step. So this information is pretty enough to their strategy.
And Lena, do you own that data? Do you
yes,
own the data you create? Yeah.
Yes, we collect two types of data. First of all, we collect data from internal catalogs of our clients. This data is absolutely protected, so we do not share it because it's internal, commercial protected data. And second part of data is the online available open data from websites and mobile applications. Sometimes we also can collect data from offline stores by barcode. So we collect all this information together and bring it to a big set of data. So yes, we own it.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Teresa. Matteo, do you have any questions?
Yeah, maybe the last one from my side, a quick one. I was just wondering, which type of customer are you currently working with? If you're an agnostic solution that works across vertical and industries, or if you're specified to specific industries. And if
Yes,
so,
thank you.
how do you deal with the competition within the same, let's say, in the same verticals or the same industries?
Okay, yeah, thank you, Matteo, for this question. So the thing is that our platform is absolutely a comprehensive solution, and it is a constructor available to be adjusted with very small effort to any type of industry. But mainly, according to our previous experience, we work with electronics niche, with DIY niche, fragrance, apparel, shopping, fashion. As well as FMCG and other very dynamic industries when everyday pricing is, very dynamic. So we work with two sides of this process. First side is online stores who just sell products, and second side is producers, manufacturers who produce products that will be sold online. They also need to track prices to understand if their partners, face their requirements according prices and other conditions. So this is overall infrastructure that can be used by any of the e-commerce player. And our ICP in Ukraine and Europe, when we are targeting at, is enterprise level businesses and mid-size plus level businesses that have analytical departments, because smaller shops usually do not have this analytical effort. They just do not understand how to compete by prices, and their competition level is a little bit lower than that requires additional automation tools. Did I answer your question, or maybe I missed something?
Thank you.
Okay, great.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lena, and we're bang on time. So Maria will launch the poll, and we'll thank you for your presentation, Lena. So excellent. So now we are moving to UA Green, and this will be presented by Oleksiy Vinokur. And Oleksiy, if you want to turn on your camera and share your screen.
Just a moment. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Hello?
We can indeed. Absolutely.
Perfect. Then I will share my screen. Okay, can you see presentation?
Not yet, but it's loading. We can indeed. Off you go.
Okay, perfect. Then, hello everyone. My name is Oleksiy Vinokur, and today I'll present you UA Green. Across many regions, unstable electricity supply has become a serious issue, especially here in Ukraine. At the same time, energy consumption continues to grow every year, driving both utility bills and prices for everyday goods. Our solution is compact wind turbines, K1 and K5 models, along with their supporting infrastructure. They are small, efficient, and can operate 24/7. Our mission is to make renewable energy as common and accessible as cell phones. We built a strong multidisciplinary team, engineers with over 15 years of experience in aerospace and power electricians, specialist in composite materials, production management, and AI optimization. Together, we turn innovate ideas to practical, scalable, and scalable energy solution. The market opportunities is huge. The TAM is around 5 billion euros and SAM is 1.3 billion, and our achievable market is near 10 million euros. Our turbines provide real saving for households. It's around 5 euros per week and for households, and for business, it's 8 euros per week. It's according to our prices here in Ukraine. We start in Poland. We want to start in Poland, focusing on regions with steady winds, high electricity tariffs, and favorable conditions for small wind turbines. Next markets that we want to achieve, this is France, Germany, Denmark, Spain, and others. Our business model includes sale on turbines with 20% added value, installation service, battery and inverters packages, and tower manufacturing. Revenue becomes from direct online sales, both B2C and B2B. Here is our sales plan, and the important thing is that 80% of our components produced here in Ukraine. What we already achieved a lot of things. For example, mass production and EU sales was launched. 3 pre-orders for our R&D project K5. We start our preventive monitoring with Internet of Things and AI capabilities. We have a showcase for Viva Tech and Nordeep in 2024. We received a grant from Seeds of Bravery, and we have partnership with Lviv Polytechnic University. We are looking for a strategic partnership and investor with 2 million valuation with 10% of equity offers for scale production and entering EU market. At UE Green, we believe energy independence should be right, not a privilege. Together, we can bring clean wind power to energy, homes, and businesses, making renewable energy part of everyday lives. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Oleksiy. And Matteo, you're going to get us started, so I'll leave you get the questions started.
Yeah, thanks, Oleksiy. For sure, like a very actual and relevant topics. I mean, I'm from Spain, so we've been affected by shortage of energy lately, nationwide, like blackouts and whatnot. So for sure, I can resonate a lot. I was wondering, when it comes to manufacturing, how easily is to scale the production of your product, and what's the technology readiness level you're currently at? What's your capacity, the TRL, and the manufacturing readiness level? Thank you.
Yeah, we can, I think, get here. In our scale plan, I also add production plans that we have right now. So right now we have capability for 5 K1 models and 1 K5 model. So K1 and K5, it means kilowatt per hour. So 1 kilowatt per hour and 5 kilowatt per hour. And we want to increase it 3 times by the Q1 of the next year. And about production strategies that we want to achieve with scale up, you can also check it here. We want to add at least twice our production scale every quarter for the next year.
Okay, great. Thank you, Oleksiy. Declan, do you want to go next?
Yeah,
I see
thanks,
you're unmuted.
Hi, Oleksiy. How are you doing? Very good. Oleksiy, what kind of reception are you getting on your discussions with the electricity supply companies? How are they perceiving how you could add value to them and ultimately to the customers to get connectivity going?
I think we can provide distributed electricity network for bigger companies, for bigger electricity companies, and this is our main value that we can provide because lots of companies, lots of countries right now, especially in Europe, are struggling with these grid solutions that already here, and we can decrease load on overall power grid in every country.
Okay. And have you any agreements with any power supply companies at the moment?
No, not yet. We want to try our first agreement in Ukraine with D-Tech company, if you know it. And then we want to prepare this we want to make an example of such agreement and share it to Europe companies too. So we will have like example how we should manage it with domestic company and then continue with EU companies.
Okay. And Asi, do you have much competition on small scale 1 kilowatt, 5 kilowatt systems?
Yeah, we not prepare competitors in this presentation. Sorry for that. But we aware of them. There is 7 main competitors that we have, and we ready to fight.
Okay, thank you.
Great, thank you. Teresa?
Thank you. Hi, Alexei. Very good presentation, very interesting. Just a point of clarification. Will your system integrate with the larger energy supply, or can it be used directly by households? You know, can it be used directly without being connected to the mains?
Yeah, the idea is that we include our system as a third party to already connected households. By the way, it can be used just like a one source, and you can be not connected to main grid of your area. So both variants are available. We already have clients that have a grid off and grid on solutions.
Okay, thank you. Very interesting, and it will be needed. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Oleski, and to our panel. Now, Maria, if you want to launch the poll, we'll get going with our next pitch. Thank you, Oleski. Now we have Maxim, who is going to present Splika. I don't know if I've said that correctly. My apologies. And Maxim, you're very welcome. So if you want to share your screen and display your presentation, we can get started.
Yeah, of course. Can you see it now?
It's just loading. We can indeed. Off you go. Thank you.
Okay, great. More than 600 million farms worldwide, and 90% of them are family-run. And these family-run farms are responsible for 80% of world food production. Now imagine that you manage 500 hectare farm, and you need to be a professional finance manager in order to plan everything, to decide which crop to grow, to funding production program. You need to be a master in trading in commodities, in procurement, logistic, and of course in technology. And to be honest, I'm not sure that any person can do it alone. And big companies have entire departments to solve these tasks, but farmers not. And because of these, small and medium-sized farmers may lose up to 50% of their profits, only because of 3 reasons: wrong decision which crop to invest, unfair prices for harvested inputs, and poor funding. Now, imagine solution where like Alibaba meets a Bloomberg terminal. Actually, we are talking about our platform, agricultural trading platform Spilka, which help farmers to make right decisions, to get fair prices for the inputs and commodities, and to get an easy access to the funding, and make it all clearly online and without any phone calls with trusted partners. Of course, we are not alone and a lot of competitors on this market, but actually, because of our strategy and our positioning, we are focused on Black Sea region, and we call it like a virgin territory. Because the biggest players in this market, FBN and Agrofis, are focused on America markets, north and south. Actually, potential here is really huge. World market in agriculture is about $6 trillion, and Ukraine alone represents a multi-billion opportunity. For the moment, we are focused on marketing and sales activities and product development. For the moment, we already have a good traction where we have real clients, more than $6 million in revenue, in GMV, and more than $150 in revenue. Our team is a key differentiator. It's really seasoned professionals in agriculture and IT.
Fantastic, Maxime. Thank you very much for your presentation. I invite our panel if you would like to unmute yourselves and ask a question.
Hi, Maxime. Declan here. Very good. So at what stage is your product at? You have revenues going through it, and how well is it accepted? Are you selling one-on-one or into businesses? What's your main direction at the moment, and where do you see that going over the next 12 months?
Okay, we have 3 flows of revenues. It's a commission on transactions, ranging from 0.25% on crops up to 10% on inputs.
Okay.
And this, for the moment, is the only source of revenue. But in our concept, we have a subscription and SaaS services as well.
Okay. And to build out those offerings in your software system, will that take much effort on your roadmap? Will it take much effort to build out the capability to do different revenue streams?
Yeah, at the beginning, yeah, because the crucial here is a trust.
Okay. So, but your system your system is able to do that now today.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Declan. Matteo or Teresa, do you have any questions?
I have a curiosity, Maxim. Why is the competition still not in the local market? Have you ever reflected on this?
I cannot be sure why, but I have my idea why. Because there is a big differences in agricultural landscape in Europe and Americas. And America itself is a really huge market, and I track FBN. For example, they started with North America, later then moved to Canada, and now they try to start their activities in South America. So it's a really big market, and I'm sure that there is a lot of jobs there.
Okay, so it's just a matter of of clients there, and there is any limitations in terms of your platforms being able to also adapt to the standards of the US market, for example, or once you tailored it on your local market, is it tough to adapt it to other markets?
Actually, we are not looking for opportunities to go to America's markets. We are focused on Black Sea region and Europe.
Okay, but different markets within Europe would require not tailoring. Is still a same platform working across Europe and
there is not, in terms of our solution, there is no big difference for Bloomberg terminal if you work in financial markets in Europe or in America.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you.
Hi, Maxime. Just Teresa here. Just ask one broad question around trust. It will be really important that the farmers and those using the system will trust. How do you build the trust with them?
Actually, we started with our network and direct sales.
Okay. And
It was
you
a
have
starting
strong
point.
contacts in that space, have
Yeah.
you?
As soon as you get a minimal level of trust, you can try to promote this network effect. And start to use marketing activities to improve your movement.
Okay, so through your network. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you very much to our panel. Thank you very much, Maxime, for presenting. Maria will launch a poll now. And in the meantime, I will invite Alina Holovacek from InTempo to present her pitch. Hi, Alina.
Hi, can you hear me? Can you see me?
We can see you, but it's dark. But are you possibly having some connection issues? Yeah, no, that's a bit better.
It's
yeah.
better. Okay.
Yeah, that's better. We can see you much better now. Great. So if you want to share your screen.
Okay, already sharing.
Perfect. We can see that beautifully. We leave you off.
So, hi, my name is Selina. I'm a CEO of InTempo. And did you know that almost 1 billion is suffering from anxiety right now, and more than half, mostly young people, prefer self-care when stressed because of the cost, stigma, and embarrassment. And more than 75% of these young people are listening to the music daily to relax, and I'm one of them. When a panic attack hit me in a public space in Kyiv, the music was the only option that helped, and I came up with an idea of a shortcut to the anxiety. InTempo is a rhythmic musical game where you are tapping along the rhythm of their preferred musical tracks. When onboarding, you are taking a test on a level of stress, picking your preferred music genres. Then you could estimate your mental state at any moment of time, and InTempo will offer you a personalized rhythm repetition game to synchronize your heartbeat and your breathing with the BPM of the music and help you calm down. Our first paid customers are young people from Germany, Sweden, and the UK, as the countries with high digital health and streaming services adoption. Ukraine is our test market at the moment. There are lots of meditation apps out there. InTempo differs with the real music usage and the personalized rhythm repetition game. It is specifically tailored to be used on the go in a public space, and it's anonymous. Our adoption strategy is based on the partnerships with the key players on the musical market and on the AI market, with the collaborations with mental health influencers and musical influencers. InTempo is a B2C subscription-based app with a free trial period. The whole story has started as an idea for the international Japanese contest powered by Lexus Japan, and since then we have developed our first test version, had over 620 beta testers from 3 countries, took part in 5 exhibitions, gained 14 awards for the idea, and had our first pilot. In early 2025, we have pivoted to the second version, and currently we are conducting a neuroscientific study with a research group from the Taras Shevchenko University in Kyiv. Our first version was a tactile phone case that was synchronized with the app, and the second one is a stress prevention musical app with gamification, already utilizing ML features for personalization and an AI musical agent for its under development. InTempo is a team of true talents. Our tech part had experience with their own startups, and business part with the previous ventures. And our therapy part has solid 10 years of experience. We're planning to reach our first 12K paid users with creative social media marketing in 2026. And to make it even faster and to extend our team and finalize the research, we're seeking for 500K. We're planning to develop the musical therapy for everyone within InTempo. So let's talk. Thank you.
Super, Alina. Thank you very much. I'll open the floor to our panel.
Hi, Alina. Teresa here. Really like your product. It looks really interesting, and I can see how this would be really useful in crowded spaces, airports, etc. Just to clarify, so you're looking for a funding of 500K, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So where are you in terms of revenue now? Do you have revenues, or are you projecting them? I just missed that on your slide.
The revenues are projected, but we had more than 620 beta testers for the first version and more than 400 waitlisted users for the second one. And currently we're on a closed beta for the neuroscientific study, which we're conducting mostly with students of the Taras Shevchenko University. So
okay,
that's kind of it.
Okay. And you mentioned partnerships with Spotify and others. Where are you in terms of establishing those partnerships?
Okay, I'll go back to the slide. We are on a follow-up with a Universal Music Group innovation department in Germany, specifically Warner Chappell Music, also in Germany, with a recording studio, Abbey Road Red, and in the early talks with Spotify directly. Collaborating with the WASP, it's a Ukrainian-based organization which is responsible for the musical rights in Ukraine specifically, and we're already collaborating with Luma AI, which is one of the biggest players in terms of AI generating images, both images, videos, and contents based in San Francisco, USA.
Thank you. Thanks, Alina.
Hi, Alina. Declan here. On your version one of the product, I don't think you embedded the technology with any neuroscience. You probably developed it yourself. And the version two of the product now, you're getting some assistance with neuroscience,
Yes.
etc. So, is the objective of that exercise to get your product validated by some neuroscience research center to give it some scientific backing? And if so, where are you on that journey now today, and when will that come out?
Yes, was specifically collaborating with neuroscientists to make it scientifically baked.
Yes. And when
we're,
will that process, how long will that take to get that credibility built into your system?
well, it's about 1 to 2 months to finalize the study, and then it's projected to take some time to the scientific articles to be published.
Right.
Those are based on the study. So roughly that period.
Okay.
But
And do you think
I
you'll be able
cannot
to?
specify the date, unfortunately.
Okay, I understand. Yeah. And you think that you'll be able to have some technology which you could file a patent with?
Yes, actually, yes. But we are already, the trademark, for example, is already granted.
Okay. Yeah.
And we're working currently under the trade secrets in terms of
Okay.
the
All
IP.
right. Thank you, Lena.
Thank you. Matteo? Yeah.
Yeah. I also have a question. So thanks a lot, Alina. I've worked in this space with some technologies enabling well-being Zen moments, and I've seen that some affective touch, some vibration, haptics solution can also contribute to this grounding moment. So I was just wondering, is there any it's just like a tap on the screen that you need to perform, or is there any vibration, any other type of cues that you're working with? Yeah, that's my question.
Yes, we're working with the tapping, first of all, then vibrations, and the visual feedbacks for the users. So it's kind of a game. It looks like a game, actually, with real grounding techniques and signs that are hidden like a game. Not to look it like something super prescribed or medically prescribed. Because we're mostly oriented on the young users, on the young adults and young people generally.
you.
Great. Okay, thank you very much to our panel. Thank you very much, Alina. So we will launch a poll for Alina's presentation. And now we will move on to Alexander Fedov, who I see is straight in front of me, and Nuset Lab. So
thank you.
Alexander, if you want to share your screen, there we go. That looks good. I will leave the floor to you.
All right, thank you. So imagine a theater, like a real one. So there is a scene, there is like a guests, and there is a light spot in the center. And the light spot is basically something which is called the human awareness. When anything comes to the light spot on the scene, there is the broadcast event, and the broadcast event is something that is gonna be processed by the whole consciousness and unconsciousness of the human brain. So what we do, we build a philosophy first and the computer readable schema to navigate inner human world in a structured way. And based on the explorative research, we found out that there is the finite amount of the hard access that is the part of the universe cognitive schema. And to understand what is basically the access is, you may ask yourself a simple question. Which role are you listening to my presentation right now? Well, your answers can have infinite labels. You can be a skeptic, you can be a visionary, whatever. But the role itself is the part of the structured universe. And what we are doing at this moment, we are doing a research and development to understand and to empirically validate all the roles as just a descriptionary for one axis, but the axis are still being under the research. So we describe the human consciousness as the form of cognitive transitions. So machines can use something that we call a snapshot of the cognitive universe to understand where the human is at this time of the moment. So machine, for example, can understand what's the difference between the cognitive universe or a human in the anxiety, for example, and the difference of the person who is right now in the calm mode, for example, right? So what's the go-to-market plan? We build this cognitive universe, and SDK for our own first application, which we call Clean My Brain. That's gonna be a representation and a use case and a study, both for us as the non-profit, because we divide our two directions. We have a non-profit direction and we have a for-profit direction. So this app is gonna be for profit to support the mental health and well-being in a way of the structured conversations. And at the second stage, when we have found out what's the LTV and what's the churn rate, we are going to publish the SDK in the form of the open source to have some marketing. And after that, we are going to provide the proprietary trained models for a number of industries, including mental health, coaching, decision support, education, and emotional AI. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexander. I invite the panel to ask questions. Declan, do you want to get started?
Yeah, I'll jump in for thank you. Hi, Alexander. How are you? This whole cognitive universe, there's a lot of players in this space right now over the last 24 months trying to make sense of the emotional involved with chatbots, etc. So what exactly is your route to market and how are you going to actually make money from this? Who will you be selling to?
So the first for-profit direction is to publish one or couple of the App Store applications for the emotional well-being and understanding for the self-reflection. So this is going to be direct to consumer, with a pretty straightforward idea of gaining awareness from the social medias, including TikTok and Instagram, having the structured and closed paywall so users can access only after they pay. And there's gonna be the chatbot that supports being supported with this cognitive universe and some sort of the challenges for a person to transform from state A with the stress and anxiety to B, to where they're gonna understand more of themselves and be in a more calm position.
And what type of bit? How much will they pay for it? Your customers? How much will they pay for
It's
to be embedded?
Yeah, it's weekly under $10, something that is $9.99, and the monthly subscription around $17.99 with the special 1 year around $79.99 United States dollars.
Okay. Thanks, Alexander.
Thank you.
Hi, Alexander, Teresa here. This is interesting. It's maybe different and might help people to think. How will you engage with people on this? Because it's almost you're trying to get to them at a point where they're thinking, or people who may be interested in this. What would be your route to engaging with your customers?
There is a variety of problems that is being discussed at the moment in the social media about the well-being, about anxiety, about ADHD, about everything that is basically is the frustrating users. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna invite the influencers and both in our own media to have like an educational support inside the social media while mentioning the app as the part of the process that they can learn more. So if a person is, for example, in the moment when they don't have a boyfriend anymore, like very specific use case, and this is basically the life transition point for a person, and the person is very emotionally attached and they need support, and they cannot go to the therapy, for example, but they need someone to speak with, and the Clean My Brain as the first step is going to provide this type of a support. And in the second stage, it's going to provide the way to self-reflect and understand what is going on inside their inner world.
Thank you. Okay, thanks, Alexander.
Thank you.
Matteo, do you have any questions?
Yeah, maybe a quick one. Maybe I missed this point. Where the data you're training your model on coming from?
It's both open source that we can collect and closed CBD dialogues and whatever that we can get from the psychology databases, closed and open.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you to our panel. Thank you very much, Alexander, for your presentation. Maria can launch the poll. And now we are turning to Alexandra, who is going to present Beauty Booster. So if you will stop
I'm here.
sharing. Yes, there you are. And
I cannot share, unfortunately.
Alexander, if you can stop sharing your presentation. Fantastic, thank you. And Alexandra, if you can start sharing yours.
Okay. Do you see my screen?
I sure do. Off you go.
Okay, let me check if it's moving, because sometimes I have problems with move. Okay, it's moving.
Yeah.
Okay, I start? Okay, hi everyone. I'm Alexandra and I'm founder of Beauty Booster. My journey here wasn't planned. In March 2022, I gave birth to preterm twins in a basement in Ukraine as the war began. 10 days later, we flew refugees to Denmark as refugees. As a displaced mother, I suddenly faced a problem shared by millions of women: no time for self-care, no budget for quality treatments, and an overwhelming sea of online information. The beauty industry is overwhelming. Women are drawing in a conflicting advice, pricey treatments, and a sea of products that doesn't work. It's a massive market failure. We found that 82% of women feel priced out of the professional skincare services, and 80% of products that women buy, they never use because they don't bring promised results. Beauty Booster is a solution. We cut through the industry noise using lab-verified AI and four-factor skin analysis to deliver personalized skincare routines. We give a woman what they really need, results. While other apps look at one or two data points, we know that real skin requires at least four-factor analysis for a truly custom plan. We recommend science-backed cosmetics, cross-referencing profile with data from 36,000 ingredients and 25,000 products, all supported by expert-led wellness programs. Our AI analyzes the entire ingredient list, defining the percentage of every ingredient to score a product's true benefits, not just marketing claims that are not controlled now. It's a lab-verified science from our in-house lab. We have two main revenue streams fueled by capital-efficient acquisition model. First, subscriptions and one-time sales. Second is affiliate sales. We get commissions from some of the product we recommend. Beauty Booster uses the expert and influencer economy, connecting users with programs from top dermatologists and facialists at a 5 times lower price than single traditional treatment. We promise no deceptive subscriptions, just honest science-backed recommendations. The market is huge. It's worth $335 billion. We aim to the markets in UK, in Poland, which is 1.8 billion combined value. Our traction and the proof we can win. With our MVP launch, we already got $15,000 in sales, more than 380 paid users with a 30% conversion rate. We also developed and sold some facial oils. The repeated purchases is more than 32%, and we have 60% in reduction of customer acquisition costs by onboarding 4 experts with 25% users. We are a team to build this. We have everyone in the team who can do this. If you want to join us, join.
Fantastic,
Sorry.
Alexandra. That was very good, very good. Teresa, do you want to get us started?
I'll start on this one. Hi, Alexandra. Thank you very
Hi.
much for that. I suppose I can attest to buying those products I don't use, so you're in a good space. Yeah, so very interesting and very interesting beginning to your journey. I'm sure that was very difficult for you. Just with regard to this, it is an app so that people are downloading to get all of their product information. And does it work across multiple age groups? Or are you aiming at specific age groups, for example?
So far, with the start, we're aiming to the age group, to the 28-45 women.
Okay.
Because it's AI, we start small.
Yes.
Because
Yeah,
we cannot do it. So it's women. We aim to different markets separately. It's also our main differentiation from the apps out there. They're like aiming for any market and they don't have differentiation. For example, we are entering UK in 1.5 months and Poland in 3, I think. And we have completely different strategies on products we recommend because the women there are very different. So, and the wellness programs, we just not only give the recommendations on products, but wellness programs. We also onboard the skincare local experts, so to reach more audience via experts.
So you're focusing on the experts within that market
Yeah.
to connect with the market. Okay,
Yeah.
and you're doing that then by region or country or by region.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why
And
we are
then-
doing country by country, not everywhere.
Okay, and you have subscription. So it's direct to customer then. Is it all direct to customer sales?
Yeah, it's like B2B2C. So it's the customer download the app and they can see the recommendation, wellness programs on the problems they have, whatever they want. And in the same time, we give additional income to experts because they get the commission from sales.
Excellent. Thank you. Thanks, Alexandra.
Maybe I'll jump in next, Alexandra. Well done. That's very interesting. I note in one of your final slides, which you probably should put up front, you $15,000 in sales to date over the last number of months. So following on from Teresa, I guess that's all subscription based on a B2C model, right?
Yeah, it's B2C. So far, when we launched test app, we just partnered with a few brands in Ukraine. In Ukraine, affiliate sales market is not developed, but it's very developed in UK and in Europe. In Ukraine, unfortunately, brands doesn't know what is affiliates. So, but we already partnered with UK brands, so we also like expect to get commissions. But it's not because we are not marketing. We don't. We choose, not they choose. We choose if we recommend. So we just get like commissions on some of the brands. So we don't say which ones.
Okay. And what would your split be like if you have 380 paid customers? How much will that cost per year per customer? What's your revenue there per customer per year?
Per year.
Yeah, like
the average, the customer acquisition cost or the money the customer brings? I just didn't
the money the customer brings to you.
The average is
in
Ukraine. In Ukraine, the average was $59 because we have some bought the long time, some bought one time.
Yes, okay. Okay, yeah, at the
We
start.
don't rely on subscriptions because the customer is now a little bit choosy.
Okay, the choice, yeah. And of that 15,000, how much would that be from other product placement, etc.? Would there be other
3,500 from facial oils.
Okay. All right, thank you, Alexandra.
Thank you. Matteo, do you have any other questions to add?
All clear. Thank you.
You're okay? That's great. Okay, Alexandra, thank you very much for your presentation. We will launch a poll now. My colleague Maria will launch a poll. So we are up next with MyTech Plus, and I think it is Maxim who is going to present for MyTech. You are very welcome to our demo day this afternoon. So Maxim, would you like to share your screen and we'll get started with your presentation?
Yeah, just a second. I'm trying. So do you observe it?
We do now, absolutely.
The presentation.
Yeah, so you can get started now,
okay.
Maxi.
So now give me a signal and I will start very quickly.
Yes, you can start now.
Okay, so good afternoon to everyone. So my name is Maxim and I'm the manager of MyTech Plus company, and I'm very glad to present our project. And it is the system of thermal energy packed storage, in short, STEPS. And our company, it was founded in 2011. And just a second. Yeah, in 2011 in Vinnytsia city in Ukraine. And we specialize in automation of business processes. And we develop hardware and software solution. So we are raising 650,000 euro up to 1 million euro of investment with an expected return of 3-5x within 2 years. The break-even is 12 to 18 months. The payback is about 24 months. And our patents are already in progress. So STEPS is an energy system for the post-gas era. It integrates 3 sources of the heat. It is agro pellets, wood, and electricity. It stores large volume of thermal energy. It provides autonomy up to 30% of cost saving and up to 40% of CO2 reduction. Our very first target customers, it is hotels, industrial sector, eco farms, ski resorts, public buildings. And current heating systems, if we speak about problems, they are inefficient. Why? They have slow responding to the demand. And they are narrowly focused and heavily depend on human intervention. So our solution is following. Heat accumulators are integrated between the process of generation and the process of consumption of the heat. The maximum efficiency of generation we create, and it is independent of the peaks of the demand. It reduces peak load, stress, and also we have fuel diversification, and also we have weather forecast algorithms for optimized operation. Now about our business case. So it is eco farm in there are eco farm in the Finland. It is about 2,000 square meters. There are savings of about 18,000 euro per year, and payback is less than 2 years.
I know there's some connectivity problems today, so it looks like we've just lost Maxime. We were doing so well up to now. I was very happy with how we were doing. Maxime, are you back with us?
And there is Sky Resort in Finland, where is a hotel spa, and it is aimed at SMEs like hotel, farms, manufacturing, residential complexes. Revenue model, it is direct sales, service subscription, and technology licensing. So here is the market size. TAM is about 70 billion euro. It is Europe. SAM is about 20 billions in EU 27, and about 1.5 billion in Ukraine. It is SOM. So now about competition. STEPS combines hardware, software, advanced control algorithms, AI integration, and client-specific configuration that makes us more versatile than single solution providers. So our roadmap, and from pilot projects to scaling across Europe and Ukraine. And here is our brave team. So Vitaly Storozhuk, he is a founder and CEO, 40 plus years of experience. Anna Misachenko, marketing link. Katerina Koncharuk, project coordinator, fundraiser. Mykola Misachenko, he is head of IT, and I am automation engineer. So now our need is 50,000 euro initial demo pilot, 30,000 euro multi-country pilot, 20,000 euro technology development and production upgrades, and from 100,000 till up to 500,000 euro working capital. So here is our contact. Let's do a business.
Great, Maxime.
Finish.
You did very well. Fantastic. And we lost you for a split second, but we got you back as well. So delighted that you were able to complete your presentation. Opening up questions to our panel. Who would like to? Teresa, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll begin. Hi, Maxim. Thanks very much for that. It's really interesting space, so thank you. Just a question. I can see what you're raising and your plans for the next couple of years. You were founded in 2011, so about, what, 14 years ago or so? So how have you progressed over that time? Maybe what brings you to this point of... Yes.
You know, actually, yeah. So actually, your question is about history, how we came up to this solution. So well, initially, our solution, they were focused more on... Yeah,
I suppose I was asking...
so initially, our solution, they were more focused... Okay, just tell one more time.
Okay.
You was asking about how we progress.
Is your current product your current product recently developed, or have you had this current product for a long time? The product you are selling now to use
so,
is that recently developed?
So we were, yeah.
That's really the question.
We were gradually coming to that what we have. Let's say it is within 4 years. With that configuration, it's about at least 4 years. But you know, we put one more element and one more element, then it is the whole history of a company, and it is a long time then in this case. But you know, we found that we were more focused on the consumption of energy. But then there were requests from our clients, let we also have a control on the generation process of energy. And this request, it came about more strongly about 4 or 5 years ago. 5 years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago. Then from this time, we started to put that thing which is for generation part.
Okay, and how scalable is
Did I answer it your question or my question?
Yes. So over the last 4 years or so,
how?
Yes. So can you scale it? How will it scale, I guess?
So how will scale it? So actually, if I understand correctly, your question is about how we'll sell it, yeah, and how quickly we will sell it. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So actually, our solution, we are doing like we're thinking about making packaging solution. So it means like a container where we can bring it and quickly install to show how it works.
Okay.
And actually, later on, we will make our sellers and distributors around Europe who will also have such type of containers. And actually, with this field where there is a hardware, very strong hardware, yeah, it's important for client to see how it works and to see also in the small models which can be transportable. So exactly containers, and I was looking for a container within, I think, for the price of the container. This last of how do you call it? Yes, when it is used on the ships, these types of containers. So I looked at it a few days ago, their cost and how it will, how we can do it, how we can provide it. Yeah, so in general it is like this. And if I answered your question, then say to me yes.
No, that's
no.
okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Great. Declan?
Yeah. Hi, Maxime. Yeah. So, I mean, I got from your presentation that you're developing heat accumulation devices which you can plug into any large installation, okay? So, how much money has been spent on the R&D to date to get to this point?
For accumulation. Yeah, for accumulation. Yeah, you know, actually, it is intellectual property, our intellectual property.
Correct.
Now I will understand you something. Actually, when you see for different types of accumulators around the globe, then you will find that they are very big. And for instance, they are made of with using of sand, so big sand accumulators. But in our case, we can install it very quickly, and we can develop. We take. I will tell it how to say it very abstractly, but it is in a very small form package. Then we make a and it becomes very big. Yeah, and and the installation and transportation will be very, very, how to say it? It is in a very small packaged form.
Efficient, yeah.
So it is special one, therefore it is protected.
Okay, and how much money has the company spent on developing the R&D and the intellectual property to date?
For the whole thing, I will need to
Roughly.
Грошей ми витратили на прототип, наскільки всього? Скільки всього? Всього. Грошей. Орієнтовно, кажіть. Що, навірно, більше 200 тисяч. So actually, for the moment, it's more than 200,000 euro or dollars.
А може і більше.
Or even more. So we test and test.
And with that 200,000, you've built up your IP. Okay, I get it. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's great. We're going to have to move on. We're out of time. So thank you very much, Maxime. Thank you to our panel as well. So
thank you very much.
Now, next on our list is policymakers, but I don't think there's anybody here from policymakers on our participant list. So I may move straight to Wild Codes, which is being presented by Serge Lavrinchuk, because I believe Serge is here. Oh, sorry.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Can you hear me?
We can indeed, Serge. And Maria has just launched the poll for Maxime and MyTech. So Serge, we're going to go straight to you now, and we've emailed our friends from policymakers. So if they come on, we will put them on after you, but we will go ahead with your presentation. We can see your slides, so I'll let you go ahead.
Amazing, thank you. So I've been doing and leading software development teams for about 10 years. And you know what always drove me crazy? The hiring process. 40 days and about $60,000. This is not your next ideal vacation to Maldives. This is how much it takes to hire a senior software engineer in US. And imagine almost half of that become a costly mishire. And good luck firing them. Hi, I'm Serge with my incredible team, having about 9 years experience together in the software development business. And knowing the challenges of hiring and managing remote teams, we decided to create Wild Codes, an AI-powered platform where you subscribe to a fully vetted remote software engineers. By now, it's 160 teams and in total 15,000 software engineers. Our clients get 47 hours to match and usually start working immediately. There is no hiring fees because of no risk subscription to developer model. That is all possible because of our AI agents ecosystem. It automatically sorts for the best talent, parse CV to create a profile, runs live video interview, and matches you with the top 3 picks. But what makes it really powerful is feedback analyzer that steps in after the hire and collect the insights from both the engineer and the client and collect them into our own AI data flywheel that make us smarter with every hire. Most platforms stops after the hire. TopTal gives you talent, Deal gives you contract, Upwork gives you chaos. Wildcodes go beyond that. We combine elite talent and fully managed post-hiring support. And with continuous feedback, it makes us harder to replicate and results in better decisions. Of course, this is all wrapped in actual product. You can look through the vetted profiles and after the hire, manage all your remote team in one place. Our business model is simple. We just charge client monthly, we get our cut, and then pay out to the engineers. And it works. We have 380K GMV, 10K MRR, 47K LTV. And with 30 hires delivered, imagine, our clients get a hiring decision only after the second interview usually. It's working then, and it's time to grow. We estimate some at $600 million. This is conservative bottom-up merit calculations. Our targets are US and UK for the software startups and scale-ups. Our ask by now is 500K for pre-seed round for the product development and marketing and sales. So who else thinks that hiring is broken? Let's create this wildly successful journey together. Thank you. That's it for me.
Fantastic, Serge. Bang on time. Well done, you. Teresa, I see you've very quickly unmuted yourself, so I'm going to let you go and ask the first question.
Hi, Serge. So thank you very much for that. Very interesting area. And it looks very clear. You're focusing on the UK and the US. Is that correct? They're your target markets.
It is actually for the first time, let's say, but we already, for example, for our target current metrics, we already have some clients in the EU, for example, for Belgium, and before we have in Germany. So it's not actually super tied to that, but usually this is the markets with a high startup ecosystem.
Okay. And are the clients, are the engineers engaging with your system? Is it working for them as well as for the client?
Yes, for sure. So they are doing the video interviews. This is kind of the AI video interviews. So first of all, we find them automatically. Then they connect with the platform and they parse their CV to create the profile automatically. They don't spend time on that. Then they do AI video interview and then they match with the client. And after the hire, basically, they also do the time tracking and all the kind of administrative parts inside the system. Yes, and this is how the engineers work.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, Serge.
Sure. No problem.
Declan?
Hi, Serge. Yeah, it looks like a nice, clean system, easy to manipulate and use. So well done there.
Thank you.
Ideally, this system could go beyond software engineers, etc., into any kind of recruitment. So you could scale up in different directions, which is great. So tell me about your feedback analyzer. How unique is that, and how you actually kind of make that happen?
Feedback on what? Sorry, I missed that
You
part.
mentioned your feedback analyzer.
Feedback analyzer. Yes. Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
So that basically is AI agent that steps in after the hire already made. So because we are standing with the client, we're not just recruitment agency, nothing like that. This is subscription for engineer, basically. And feedback collected regularly from the client and from engineer to see that everyone is happy in this collaboration. If not, by now, so our human people like account managers jump in to try to fix the situation and try to resolve that and try to develop a coaching plan for engineer, for example. But in general, technically wise, this is our data that we collect along with the data of the hiring process and the engineer itself and the company itself. And that's make us harder to replicate because we are actually learning on this data how to make the better hiring decisions and how
Okay.
to make the better retention as well.
Yeah. And is there anything in that kind of feedback analyzing functionality which could become a patent for your process in the future?
Yeah, definitely. That's true. That's true.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you
Great.
so much, Akon.
Matteo, final question. Do you have
Yeah.
anything?
So maybe a clarification here. So you mentioned the 1.2K a month.
Yes.
Is it like the fee that the company pays for being in the platform? Because then I saw what's the value of this 1.2K?
Yes. Yeah, thanks for your question. So basically, engineers pricing already, already included in their profile. So basically, when our clients see the engineers pricing, it's already included all of our commissions and the engineer salary as well. But yes, this is our fee basically that we're collecting monthly from the clients, and then we pay the salary to the engineers. So this kind of for what we are doing as a HR part, kind of this feedback thing, also all the payroll and compliance stuff. So basically, because the business model is actually B2B, when they pay basically to our company, and then we care about the global payroll and compliance. So yes, this is our fee.
So the engineer, let's say the engineer can set his own price, like they roll in the platform,
Yes.
they decide what's their standards, and that's okay. Perfect.
Yes, for sure we compare that to the market standards and overall, but yes, engineer come with their own pricing, and on top of that, we add our own fee.
Perfect. Thank you.
Cool. No problem.
Great. I think that is all the questions. Maria will launch our poll. So what I'd like to do now is ask everybody to turn on their cameras who's still on the call, because we'd like to take a screenshot. It is our last demo day currently. We may have one more later in November. So I think we might have Policymaker with us. Do we have Policymaker?
Sorry, do you mean Policymakers AI or?
Yes, Policymakers AI.
Oh, so we have rebranded and kind of yes, kind of no. So we are doing a bit different thing right now.
Okay. So we didn't think. Okay. So mine, what I have down here is Policymakers. No, let everybody turn on their cameras. We'll take a quick screenshot before everybody disappears, and then we get Alexander to do his pitch. So my apologies, Alexander. That looks great. As I say, it could be our last demo day. We may hold another one later in November, but at the moment, this is it. Okay, thanks for that. So Alexander, my apologies. You are now celts.com, I see. So we are delighted to have you here with us. And if you would like to share your screen, this will be our final pitch today. So Alexander, if you want to share your screen, we'll get started.
Sure, 100%. Just give me a quick second.
And we did the poll for wildcodes, didn't we? Yeah. Great. Yes, we can see your screen. That's great. I will, you got it there. It's in presentation mode. So we'll just wait. Yeah, okay. I'm going to leave the floor to you. So Alexander.
Lovely. Thank you very much. Okay, perfect. So my name is Alex. We are a self-based startup called Sales.com. What we do, we are AI B2B SaaS. So we are just adding 10 to 50K MRR to service-based businesses. Essentially what it means, we are working in very middle of every business. So kind of we have lead generation, we have lead conversion, lead fulfillment. What we are focusing on, lead conversion. So Sales is a lead conversion software. Why is that? Because we realize that service-based businesses lose 30 to 70% of leads to missed calls, slow response times, and that represents 30 to 85K in lost annual revenue per location. And especially that is very harmful for franchises, like local franchises who do not have proper lead conversion systems. So lost leads is kind of lost revenue, and there are three industry problems. Businesses are paying for leads but failing to convert. Teams don't transfer on time, and clients go to a competitor, and a bunch of leads in CRM are just not engaged. And that is all can all be solved with AI. And why now? Why we didn't do this earlier? Because we see right now that in 2024, text automation have proven themselves as effective and actually to impact business. And voice AI agents right now as well are very effective and can actually hold a conversation, which wasn't there before. So what we do, we can answer calls 24/7. We can answer inquiries immediately, nurture leads on autopilot, reactivate leads, and upsell relevant services. Currently, we have 7 clients we started to sell 2 months ago in SF. Our ACP is kind of regional franchises, and we estimate our total addressable market to be 500,000, but that is when filtered for franchise. And if it's not filtered for franchise, then it would be 8 billion. Our team is all Ukrainians, all in San Francisco. I'm currently in Europe, so we are launching in Europe right now as well. How we do it, kind of 3-step process: audit, we understand the business, and then we do creation and monitor the implementation. What we charge, these are our prices. So that is retainer fee as well as setup fee. We can also do some fancy outbound calls that we did for Audi dealership in San Francisco, but that is kind of not what we usually do. And right now, the main thing is something special for our European launch. We are looking for partners. We are offering a free after-hours AI receptionist in 32 languages and a free setup and 25 cents per minute, which is essentially what it costs us. And that is it. Let's convert more leads together. Thank you very much.
Fantastic, Alexander. Thank you very much for that. I'll invite our panel to unmute themselves and ask any questions. Declan, do you want to go ahead?
Yeah, I'll jump in there. Hi, Alex. Very good. It's actually something that is badly needed to get sales going and traction is leads, etc. One cost which is in your model there is the setup costs. Can you explain what's involved in that and how potentially you could get that down to make it as frictionless as possible? So what's involved in the $700 for the Pro or the $1,200 for growth, for example?
Yeah, so because we are very much tailored to business, we really want to understand that the solution will work for them, because it's not just about adding AI layer and then saying that it will actually, people will buy. It's about understanding the processes. So we go currently, it's not like a service subscription, it's rather like a boutique agency at the moment, and we are looking to grow into SaaS model later on. Right now, the setup fee is higher because we need to do an audit. We need to understand how the business works, which sequences would work for this particular business, whether it's HVAC or whether it's detailing shop or auto body shop. And then for them, we will already kind of build out more or less custom infrastructure. But we already have some components that we reuse as well. So the hardest part to set up is probably lead nurture and lead reactivation. On a Pro model, we have a bit better margin because AI receptionist is very much reusable. It's mostly about understanding what they do. Yeah,
okay.
What are the sequences?
And could any elements of that, Alex, be built into kind of a self-service type mechanism for the clients?
Self-service mechanism, not at the moment. We provide dashboards and observability, so kind of billing all the call recordings, all the call transcripts, what blast campaigns they want to send out for lead reactivation, unified inbox for emails, Instagram DMs, Facebook DMs, all that stuff. But it's to set it up, you would need to contact sales and then kind of go.
Okay, all right, thanks for that.
Teresa or Matteo, do you have any questions? Oh, Teresa,
sure,
off you go.
Yeah, sure. Hi, Alex. Thanks for that. A very interesting space to be in. Just a question, I suppose I'm seeing maybe a lot of AI development in those areas, particularly around AI receptionist, things like that. How is yours majorly differentiated from others? What are the major differences?
Exactly. The cool part, we are the same, which means that there is a demand. Okay. On the other hand, right now we are just looking to land kind of a good distribution base from where we can already differentiate ourselves. So currently we are in lead conversion step. We envision to grow into lead generation as well. So that would be a feedback loop, kind of AI agents that can generate ads post it on Facebook ads, understand what is the feedback, what is working on. We would aggregate all the data because we have multiple businesses in place. And then we would assemble the whole pipeline of lead generation and lead conversion. Right now, we are just polishing lead conversion, making it work, and then we are growing to lead generation. And that's where we become unique.
And as you're generating that data, Alex, will you own that data? And is that something you may commercialize in the future?
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the whole point. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
And finally, Matteo, do you have any question for Alexandra?
Yep. Hi, Alex. Maybe if you can quick elaborate on the choice of your target segment, like why did you choose exactly to go for this segment? How did you validate it? A little bit on insight on this.
Yeah, we were quite literally door knocking in San Francisco. And we started with real estate. We realized that real estate is hard because there are no owners when you door knock. So then we pivoted into automotive. And we landed automotive clients, and then we started to talk to dental and home contractors. And home contractors, we just, again, realized demand. I was talking to people and they said, hey, we just need it. And we were like, okay, fine, let's do it. And for dental as well, we were talking to people, to some dentists I know, to friends of friends, and we realized that dental is a big opportunity there as well. So it's mostly just by talking to people and seeing where there is demand for such service and where there is not.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much, Alexander. And we'll definitely make note of the new name in our files for future reference. So that is all. And thank you, Maria. Maria has launched the poll on CELS. And so finally, just to thank you all for your pitches this afternoon. Really interesting, a real broad mix of companies and industries and sectors. A huge thank you to our three panelists, Teresa, Matteo, and Declan. Thank you very much for your input and continued attention to all of the pitches. And again, thank you to my co-presenter, Maria, from Plug and Play, our fellow presenter, our fellow partner on Seeds of Bravery. Plug and Play have looked after all of our demo days. So well done to you on that. And great to get everybody here today. I know there was some connectivity concerns this morning, but everybody presented live, which was brilliant. So listen, all I can say is thank you all very much, and hope you have a good afternoon, and hopefully we'll see you again soon on some other webinars in the future. Thank you very much. Have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks, Maria. Thanks,
Thank you.